Welcome to Lawyers Who Care, the video show podcast that highlights attorneys who go above and beyond for their clients. And on each episode, we will meet a new lawyer and they will share stories of when they went beyond legal counsel for the benefit of their client. My name is Andrew Samalin. I'm the principal of Samalin Wealth, a nationally recognized wealth management firm for lawyers, their firms, and their clients. And let's applaud lawyers who care and learn from them. Today, my guest is David Boag. He is the founder and managing principal of BOAG Law, and David practices intellectual property law in New York City. Welcome, David.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Andrew.
So, David, tell us how you came to the law generally.
The law generally was, it's a little bit, I think, like a lot of people, it's a circuitous story. I was a tinkerer as a kid. I got a Commodore 64 computer when I was 10 or 11, taught myself programming, and became really kind of ensorcelled with the power of what you could do with something like that. Went to high school. There was a magnet program for computer science. I studied computer science in college at the University of Buffalo, and kind of took that through to a fork in the road. So I'm at a big university, big international presence, lots of diverse subject matter, students, opportunities, and I ended up in DC as an intern at the Buffalo News, not computer science related at all. So now I'm thinking...
You'll forgive me, you ended up in DC?
Washington, D.C. as an intern at the Buffalo News' bureau there.
Okay.
So this is like the first time I'm exposed. I've got a Capitol Hill press pass, I'm access to places. And now I'm like, wait, there's this whole other world out there. And it made me start thinking journalism, one thing leads to another. I decided to go to law school because of the open-ended opportunities that it presented. Fast forward to halfway through law school, we've got that 2L summer, you're looking for a job. And all of a sudden I'm getting tons of traction with patent firms in New York. And I had never even considered it. I didn't know anything about patent. To be perfectly honest, I had to look up the difference between a patent and a trademark before my first interview in like Black's Law Dictionary, and went there and absolutely loved it. Stayed at the same firm for 13 years, got super involved in high stakes patent litigation, and really just loved that blend of technology and law.
And so your practice on a day-to-day basis, generally folks come in with a story of one, big story that they think about, and yet your practice is more of a blocking and tackling. So you probably have a number of snippets you want to share.
Yeah, I think like the day-to-day of what we do, we are patent and trademark specialists. It's all that we do. We do applications, enforcement, a little bit of litigation, clearance opinions, things that help businesses kind of, we like to pitch it as keeping ahead of the competition rather than struggling to keep up. And we work with clients domestically all over the United States. Internationally, we've got a pretty good international client base as well. So people are coming to us with a real diverse set of issues. Sometimes it's, a branding issue. Sometimes it's a new market that they're trying to get into and they need to get, a patent filed quickly. The bulk, when I was doing litigation at my old firm, there was a lot of like fun stories where, you got to travel tomorrow. You got to be in, this diaper factory in Green Bay, Wisconsin tomorrow because we're meeting with some expert and he's got information about something that might invalidate this patent. Like, that doesn't sound that interesting now that I'm saying it out loud, but sometimes like there would be like a lot of like intrigue. What we do on the day-to-day here is...
By the way, David, I would never think that there's a lot of intrigue with regard to the diaper business, but you have just proven me wrong.
I've never seen a training pant machine running at full steam before that. It is an absolute work of it's a miracle of mechanical engineering. But one of the reasons that I left my old firm is that the subject matter dried up from the more sexy electronics industry to the more mundane of things like training pants, which wasn't as exciting. But what we're doing on a day-to-day basis is helping clients kind of navigate their way through the patent and trademark office, navigate their way into making sensible decisions about branding and diving into new markets before they say, oh, I'm going to start using this trademark. Let's run a clearance search on it. Let's make sure these things are clear. A lot of what we do is that blocking and tackling, which, it's easy enough to just file something and wait. What we like to do is, pester the patent and trademark office, be on top of the examiners, grind through that, kind of keep the client's business goals in mind, kind of grind through that stuff every day. That's the way that we go, above and beyond. It's not so much the knocking it out of with a home run because we've had some exceptional set of circumstances. It's kind of like grinding through the nitty gritty and just getting it done for clients.
Mm-hmm. So thanks today to my guest, David Boag. He's the founder and managing principal of BOAG Law. David, can you provide our audience with some of your contact information?
Sure. We are at www.boagip.com. And that's by and large the easiest way to find us.
Any phone, or are you guys on social?
212-203-6651 is the social, is the phone number. Social media we're moderately active on, but this is the easiest way to get in touch with us.
Gotcha. Wonderful. This has been the Lawyers Who Care video show podcast that highlights attorneys that go above and beyond for their clients. And as you can see, David on a day-to-day basis comes through for clients every day, for those needs. If you're an attorney or no one who goes above and beyond, feel free to reach out to us, 914-666-6600, 914-666-6600. David, thanks again for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.